Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know, my partner Albert Campman. YSU, no shortage of success in the sports world. You know, a lot of people just look at the football and basketball, but there's a lot of success, especially in the spring sports.
Well, you know this. When you talk about YSU, you're talking about the tennis, you're talking about the track, dominating in those areas. Let's start off with the tennis. The women's tennis team captured the Horizon League Championship, and that's their first championship since 2018, sixth in program history. Lily Minich was the hero, coming back from a 6-4, 2-6 to win that final match, 6-2. Congratulations to Lily and the rest of the Penguins. And then the men, first ever Horizon League title, beating IUPUI in the championship. Dominated the regular season. It would have been an upset if they didn't win, but congratulations to both the women and men's teams.
Yeah. Haven't lost to a Horizon team all year. Yeah, ooey
Yes.
pooey, 4-0. That's a pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
You put somebody out. That's what you do. When you're the favorite, put the old foot on the neck. Don't give them any second chance. They think they're going to come back and win. And congratulations to those two teams. Also in high school, we have Mineral Ridge senior pitcher Mark Bunch throwing a no-hitter. We've had some no-hitters this year, George.
Yes, we have. We have several.
Probably more than ever. Striking out 12 batters. He's a left-hander. Freddie Bolchek also pitched a no-hitter for Warren JFK. Easy win over Mogador. Almost a perfect game. Landon Bilshashai's, congratulations, pitched a perfect game for Canfield over Struthers, striking out 13 in 5 innings.
Geez, 3 in a week.
Yes. What? Also, I want to mention YSU this past week. Their conference was a dominating conference. The Missouri Valley.
You want to go over some of those?
Yeah, I do.
Let's go over some of those
Yes.
guys. Because when I saw that, I thought, you know,
It's amazing
wait a
what
minute.
they did.
I even threw it on Twitter. I said, next time YSU plays, you got to pay attention. 20 guys drafted.
Yeah. So the FCS is pretty amazing. And many of those players came out of their own conference. Northern Iowa, we followed Trevor Penning for years. Mean sucker.
9.
They had 9 out of the 20. How about that,
Jeez.
George? Well, what it tells you is they had more than the MAC. Now, the MAC is a really good conference, George.
You know what? That's a good point.
That's Roethlisberger's conference, and they've been good for years. The NBC had more than them. We know that we follow Christian Watson. Speed merchant, he landed in the right place with Green Bay. They're looking for a wide receiver. Look for him up for the Rookie of the Year next year.
Boy, will he
landing with Rodgers.
You know, we got to find something on FanDuel or something before that.
Because
Rodgers will throw him a million.
He has a chance to win the MVP.
Yeah, Rodgers throw him a million balls.
Yeah, immediately I thought that he would win the Rookie of the Year, landing in Green Bay.
And you know, the stinking Patriots, you know, they can say what they want about this, that, did this. We know Pierre Strong can fly.
Yeah, so what they did, they fooled everybody. They said, I saw Strange was rated the 28th, 30th back, and all of a sudden he ran his 4.4, 4.3. He kept moving up the ladder, and New England knows how to draft and how to play. They only get Cole Strange from Chattanooga, but they also get Strong from South Dakota State. Good luck to all those FCS players. I like when they land. And most important, let's look at Andrew Ogletree from our own YSU.
Yeah.
Tight end getting drafted by Indianapolis Colts. There have been many YSU players played in the pros. I played with many myself. And anytime you get that call, you hear your university called, it's quite a tribute to YSU that Andrew gets drafted. Good luck to him as he tries to make that team. I know they've had Doyle there before in the past. They had some tight ends there. Hopefully he can sneak his way in.
MVP of the Hula Bowl.
You know what you have to do, George? We thought all the time on the show. Special teams. Now you go in there. You got to shine.
You know,
on
the
special
other day
teams.
I like to pick at the Steeler fans. You know, because they're easy because they bite back. You know, I said about Pickett being a reach or whatever. We'll talk about that later. But I said they drafted Hayward's baby brother, and they haven't used a fullback in 10 years.
They don't use any fullbacks.
So I said it must be special teams.
It has to be.
Because Young Watt's
No, it
on
has
there.
to be.
Young Watt's on there too. Since when did they start drafting for special teams?
Yeah. Interesting that I watched this Hayward play. Wow, what a great player he is, too. But it doesn't fit the NFL stand
I
at
agree.
the ball position.
I agree.
Boy, I saw him just dominate at his, but George is right. If you're a fullback going to the NFL, you have to be a special teams guru.
It's like buying a Packard.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't have
because they don't play them anymore, right?
Interesting. No, but I wanted to say that to you because I saw it and I thought, well, geez. But these guys, you could see these guys, these FCS guys, they're going to play. They're plug and play guys. This guy at Green Bay, he's going to play.
Yeah, there's some high draftees there. No
Northern Iowa kid did
right
away.
Right away, immediately. The tackle, he was the fourth tackle off the list, board, and that was the position that they said, except for receiver, was the strongest in the draft.
Hey, it was funny. I guess those Rams coaches, they got all boozed up, and they go out. See, they didn't have any picks, so they get them on camera, and Belichick takes a guy from Chattanooga, and they're like, Chattanooga, they're like, we thought we could get him at 162
That's the
or
guy
something.
I talked about.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's what I was talking about.
So somebody knows something.
We're going to find out if Belichick knows or doesn't know.
Yeah, he's not been the last few
Hasn't
years.
been
That
here
hasn't
lately.
been.
No, he hasn't
We
been.
have a buddy of ours who gives him way too much credit for the draft.
Yeah, he hasn't been good. He gets free agents.
Yeah,
He gets
does.
a lot of free agents, yes.
Yeah. Let's talk MLB now. It's time. I thought this would be a good time to talk a little bit more about it because it's 1 month in, May 1st, 1 month in, pretty much. I'd call it hitting, but I don't think you can call it hitting. 182 is not hitting.
Yeah, it's just the standard that George and I have been talking about forever, that analytics don't even mention it. They think that when you hit 182 or 282, they don't care. We care on this show. That means there's no base runners, there's no action, and there's no fans. And they want people going from first to third. They want guys stealing bases. Well, let's put it this way. I know I do. And I don't want to walk a strikeout or a home run, and that's the only
Every time.
No, every time.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about it. You mentioned, you get me thinking, because you love baseball. I heard somebody saying that the other day. They said, in 1979, 35 million watched the World Series. Last year, 13 million.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care. I know there's more ways to watch.
Right.
I got a cell phone, so
Right.
do you, but not. They better
They're
wake
trying.
up.
They are. They're going to try.
But
They're
I'll
still
move
trying.
at second base 2 inches closer. What's that?
But they're just trying anything they can because the speed of the game is going to be tried to change. The shift's going to be tried to change.
Okay.
But unless the batters decide to change their routine, which means get down on the end of the bat, try to hit a home run every time they bat. Okay. Doesn't matter. And George and I, hey, if you watch the show, just put it on for the last year and a half. We're not talking about Mike Trout.
No.
If he wants to swing for the
Get
fences,
on that knob, Mike, or Otani. Get on that
I don't
knob.
care what they do.
That's like yesterday. We're talking about the Celtics. 10 for 50? Think you might want to shoot
No,
some
they're not
twos?
changing that either, though. So that's just the same thing. So that's just the way analytics says it today. And everybody's an analytic nut, and they're saying the eighth batter in the lineup with guys on first and second, his job is not to move the runners over. So what he ends up doing is striking out or popping up.
And don't forget the ninth guy's no longer the pitcher.
So no, next guy comes up, ninth hitter.
Yeah.
He strikes out, so he does the same thing. And so no one tries to get one run.
Talk about
They try
hitting
for
the other
runs.
way or
Never.
bunting, just
Not a-
slapping the
not
ball.
a chance.
It-
They will not. The agents go in and say the first thing out of their mouth is, he's got 27 home runs. OPS is
He's
whatever.
accounted for
9.
so many runs.
That's all they count. They don't care anything else.
Let's talk about it a bit. I know pitching is one reason. But the problem with pitching is when they start offering 5-inning bets, what does that tell you? That tells you he's not going to be there. Like I have a buddy and he likes to lay that big money. And if
No odds, you mean?
odds,
Okay,
11,
yeah,
10,
yeah.
22,
Yeah, yeah.
22 to 10. It's
hard to
11
win
5.
doing that.
And I tell him, I said, you understand now, if you lose one,
That's all it takes. One.
you got to lose 2 to get to 0.
Yeah.
And you're not going to do it because the good teams aren't going to win more than 105.
Right.
And the bad teams aren't going to lose more than 96.
Doesn't make any sense at
So
all.
mathematics says you lose.
Yeah, you're going to lose doing it that way. There's no chance. Going back to your pitching thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has relievers now, though. Now they have 13, 14 pitchers on their
They used to
staff.
have 11, didn't they?
Yeah.
10,
So
11?
they don't keep any hitters on their bench anymore because they have a DH. So they don't need any hitters on their bench anymore.
All right.
So they are throwing guys in there 95, 95, 95, 95 from sixth inning many on that you are not going to hit. And if you're going to keep hitting like you are.
On the knob.
Down on the knob. So as okay as the pitching is, and I'll say okay, but they do throw hard. The hitters are the problem. And until they make the adjustments, it's going to be just bad baseball.
I was thinking the other day, a lot of time I'm in my desk and I'm thinking, Pete Rose, the hit king. I said, what if they had a shift? And I thought, well, he would just hit it the other way.
He did it naturally. He did it naturally.
He wouldn't even,
they don't work on it at all.
He
naturally.
wouldn't have thought about it.
There's no naturally doing it anymore.
No, he wouldn't have thought about it.
No.
So to think he wouldn't have shifted, to think they'd have shifted and stymied him is ridiculous. He wouldn't have.
No, not a chance.
He just slapped the ball the other way.
Yeah, they wouldn't have shifted as much because it was said he's too good a hitter to do
Okay,
it.
that's
all
what
these dummies, they'll shift all these dummies because they'll hit a hard ground ball to the second baseman or a high pop up to the right fielder, and then it's an out. On and on I could go on about it, but the game, and George mentioned basketball, it's the same thing.
We're going to talk about it because it's ridiculous.
It's the same game. It's not the same game.
Al and I aren't saying don't do this or that. We're saying when your plan doesn't work, Al says this all the time. Minnesota blew 3 22-point leads. And Al said, I get how they play, but when that's not working,
They keep shooting them.
we're not going to do. How about running play X?
Never a chance.
Never.
Never a chance.
How about there we go. Now I'm going to talk about the Reds because I've seen some bad teams in my life. And you alluded to it before we started. First of all, they had a fire sale, and then secondly, they got injuries.
Yeah, you combine those two.
3 and something.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, their season's done completely. Yeah, they thought their starting 8 would be okay, so they lost 3 of them, and now they're playing 3 minor leaguers, and Votto's over the hill. So you really got 4 guys that should not be in the lineup. Craziness that they made their first month is one of the worst of all time.
No, I said to somebody the other day, I have them in the under. I know I won that one. I just need to win one of the other 2. Yeah. That's all I'm hoping for.
And they're one of the worst of all time starts.
Other thing I wanted to mention to you, interesting, Pirates and Guardians. Which one? Let's do Pirates first. 8-13 about where you expected?
Yeah.
They're going to be about 66 and 96.
Yeah, what they call it. That's what they bet. That was the over-under.
That's the back of their card, in other words.
Yeah. Their bullpen has carried them. Their starting pitcher has not.
Not a win yet now.
Yeah.
Oh, that can't last.
In 100 games, they've not won over 5 innings, and it's almost impossible to win 60-some games at this pace using their bullpen.
They'll be worn out by July.
Oh no, they're already worn out. That's what's happening. The games they were winning before with their bullpens, they're losing now because they're using them so much.
And the Guardians.
They have good pitching.
We knew that, though. We said that when the year
They got excellent
started.
pitching. You always have a chance, especially how the league hits. George, they ain't like they're going into games thinking they have to score 6 runs to win today. The other team's going to score 2 at max the way they swing the bat.
There was a night, I think it was Saturday night, that 9 games had 3 runs or fewer.
Mm-hmm. Every night.
What is that?
Every night. I follow closely.
What is that?
It's every night. Yeah.
That's not baseball.
Yeah.
And what if you combined Cleveland and Pittsburgh? Use the Cleveland's pitching.
No, they'll still be lousy.
Because there's not enough hitting.
Yeah, there's no lousy.
There's no hitting on
No,
Pittsburgh.
both teams can.
Who would you take? Reynolds hit 180.
Both teams can.
I mean,
he's had a very bad start. Yes.
Yeah,
and you can't predict that. The guy that they gave all the money, the guy they signed, the guy they want.
They're not lucky. Let's say that they're not very lucky. I give them the benefit of the doubt. They did spend a little money for Hayes and Reynolds hit 180.
Yeah.
But
you have to depend on one month
when
in
you
the
lose
season.
a whole month, it's nothing. But in a couple of months, it's going to be
Right.
hard to dig out of that.
Yep.
1 month, no. I agree. Here's one that if you can explain this, Arizona is batting 182, and they're about 500.
Because the rest of the league doesn't hit. And you gave the answer before.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you hit because the rest of them are hitting 192 and 202 too. This is like there's somebody out hitting 280.
Yeah.
The rest of the league sticks in. And their bullpen's been outstanding. Just the opposite of last year.
Yeah, last
their
year they
bullpen was
couldn't
very
hold
poor. They couldn't hold leads.
Hey, I'm going to alert the fans. There are going to be some fights. especially the Mets and Phillies too. It's beanball deluxe, and you got two old school guys in the dugout.
Right.
You got Girardi and win after I leave, Buck Showalter. That's what's going to happen. I'm saying right now they play like 8 times in the
play
next,
a lot too.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you're interested in such stuff, there's going to be
MMA, huh?
There's going to be someone's going to try to get Conor McGregor to pinch hit. Let's do NBA because I knew this Final Four would be outstanding. I was hoping Boston, would be healthy. They're getting their center back. But Philly, and I'm not an Embiid fan, but I'd like to see him healthy.
Yeah, everybody.
Now, that's a Final Four.
Yeah, everybody like to see him.
Both those series should be good. Now, you talk about, they always say a series doesn't start till the visitor wins. Well, the Milwaukee one started.
Didn't take long for Milwaukee to win it, no question. And that was just, once again, a shooting display that you don't change. You shoot 53s, you're going to lose. You're missing.
Those two guys
Boston shot 50.
You know what they shot down?
Oh, terrible.
The 2 stars.
Yeah.
10 for 31.
Yeah, terrible. You can't win. You can't when you shoot in the 20s when you're best players. But they kept shooting threes, and once again.
No, they won't. No. Now you're asking for a miracle now.
No, I'm not.
You're saying
that's why I don't
You're
watch.
saying use good judgment. Don't what Einstein say if you repeat the same behavior
over and over.
Do not expect a different result. At one point, I saw Whatchcomb was in the booth. The guy who used to coach Butler.
Stevens.
Yeah, he gets up, slams the door, and leaves at about the 7th
minute. Yeah, because they've been playing so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he thought they'd probably come in and play a great game this game, and they shot terribly.
Now, Milwaukee. I know Doncic is good. I know Jokic is good. I know Embiid is good. But if you said you got first, give me the freak.
Yeah, I would take him or Jokic. No question, but those are my 2 favorites by far. No question about that.
He blocked a shot yesterday. If it wasn't goaltending, then I don't know what goaltending is because it was right in front of the rim.
That's a high jump.
About 8 feet high.
He's so high up there.
Yeah, 8 feet over the rim, not 8 feet. Will Phoenix be too much for Dallas?
Yeah,
you can't beat him by himself, or can he?
You got to think that.
Hey, your guy. You talked about him a couple of weeks ago. Brunson.
Good player.
Yikes.
He's a good player. Yeah, they put him into the back seat because of Doncic, but he's a good player. He's going to get a big contract. He's going to sign somewhere with a big contract. Yeah, I don't think he'll be there. I don't think he'll be in Dallas.
His dad played Villanova. Mm-hmm. I remember the name rather well.
Both of them. Okay. Both of them did.
Now, here's one I want to talk about because I wouldn't let this guy on my bus. And you know who it is, Draymond Green. Gets thrown out again, bragging about it. Does a special podcast about it. Waiting in the tunnel, hugging those guys like he had something to do with selfishly. And then, of course, well, he didn't do it. He's got a reputation. It's the same way in real life. When you repeat the same behavior
that's him.
Over and over. Now, if you lied to me 15 times,
you gotta think
and Greg says to me, he says, what else? Ask him. What's the difference? What else? And he doesn't tell the truth.
Right. That's Draymond Green. He just cannot change his behavior.
Can't behave.
And
don't tell me.
And it just happens he plays for Golden State. Yeah. So he gets.
How valuable he is.
Yeah, he gets a great.
What a team man he is.
Yes.
And then I'm listening the other day. I actually changed the channel on this one. Guy goes, he's a Hall of Famer. I want to guess it.
Yeah, you have to. He's the 4th best player on his team.
Yeah.
When is a Hall of Famer ever? When is anybody in the Hall of Fame?
Albert, I don't think.
When you're the 4th best player on your team.
Like the other day, I thought, I was looking at triple-double stats. I said, I don't think he can get 10 points.
That's the problem.
He can get 10 rebounds.
He's a triple no-double.
And the other guys can.
They call him triple no-double.
And the other guys, they can't get the rebounds or the assists.
That's Barkley's funny.
He's this far from
triple no-double.
He's this far from Simmons in terms of not wanting to shoot.
They won't shoot unless the clock's running down.
Yeah.
He'll shoot if the clock's running down. Yeah, no question. And see, it looks good for Golden State because their 3 score so many points.
Yeah, and they said, boy, is he unselfish.
Yes, that's the truth.
And you know what? Here's my line.
Yes.
I'm going to put it out because I know I've used it before. Put him on OKC.
Oh, jeez.
And then tell me if he's in the Hall of Fame.
They'd make fun of him.
What Hall of Fame?
They said, why are they playing him? He can't do anything.
That's a Hall of pretty good.
He does. He's a guy that if you're coaching him, he does play. I'll give him that credit. He does play hard. He plays hard the whole game. He gets after really hard.
Loose balls tip away.
Does all kind of neat
stuff.
He does.
But he can't. That's not Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
There's guys that aren't in there, like Walter Davis or something. I'm just for example.
20,000 points.
I mean, don't. I mean,
yes.
See that.
it.
they throw these terms around.
They do it all the time.
And they do that. We're talking NFL next because they do
We're
it
trying to
too.
do it with that Puig. Puig is the example. They had him Hall of Fame after his first year. He's out of baseball.
He had one good year. Hey, I got to tell you a story.
Jeez.
I got to tell you a story. That we got a buddy, never wagers. He decides he's going to make a wager. So he plays the Dodgers under. And remember, this is his rookie year or whatever.
Okay. That's when he got hot.
Well,
Oh,
they're
did he get
so
hot.
far out of it. Don't they put him in the lineup?
He was so
and
hot
they
his
go
first
about
year.
73-20 or something. And my buddy didn't. He just gave
Yeah,
up.
that's when they start saying Puig's going to be the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
You go by 1 year, you're in trouble.
Now we're going to talk about this draft because if you watch enough channels,
They're all great.
they all get A's.
Yeah,
Did
they
you
do.
know they all got
They all
A's?
do. That's what-
Pickett's an A plus.
That's how they do it.
Pickett's A plus. Cleveland got an A. Baltimore got an A plus. They're all A pluses. But guess what? They haven't played a game yet. You cannot evaluate this draft fairly. 4 or 5 years?
Yes.
Would you say 5 years?
That's why I go with it.
Okay, I agree.
On
the same
paper,
thing.
because of how we talked on the draft,
Yeah.
two of the top 5 players that we had on our draft, Baltimore got. So I put Baltimore as the team that got the best draft.
we love the Iowa lineman.
Yeah, he and the Notre Dame defensive back.
Yeah, you know
won
what's
back
funny?
to back.
He was there. Pittsburgh could have taken him and still gotten Pickett in the second round. Now let me ask you: does that mean they reached the fact that another quarterback didn't go for quite some time?
Yeah,
Would you say
I don't
that or
know.
not?
No, I don't
'Cause
know.
we
I
like
don't
Pickett.
know. I don't know. I just think Pickett's just decent.
I do too.
I don't think he's great.
Would you like to beat Trubisky?
What?
Do you understand, Al, if he throws one interception, what's going to happen in that stadium?
That's been around NFL forever.
No.
It really has.
But not home team, home guy, home crowd.
That's true.
In other words,
He added more fuel to it.
If
Yeah.
Trubisky throws one ball, we want Kenny.
Yeah, that's coming.
I feel sorry for
That's
the kid.
coming. Yeah, that is
Because I don't
coming.
know that he expected that.
That's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, for sure.
Way.
Yeah.
Hit or miss, so no matter what they say, it's really hit or miss. And there are a lot of misses. If you look back, whether it's Artie Burns, whether you go all the way back to Mandarich, or you can name them.
Well, you got Adams and Brown, are two of the best receivers in the NFL. Both second rounders. Nobody thought they were first. Nobody thought they were first.
You know, there's a vogue now there to not pay receivers the big contract, figuring young guy can do it. We'll have him for 5 years, and we'll worry
Right.
about it. Because it's
Makes
20
sense,
million
doesn't it?
now.
Yeah, it makes sense. They're paying those receivers big money now. Yeah, they are.
No, I agree.
Uh-huh.
But let's talk about the NFL in terms of staging an event. Captive
They've always
audience,
done it.
daily TV shows, a network.
It's the NFL.
See, my buddy said the other day, I'm watching I have the sound down,
Right.
and I'm watching something else, probably something lousy anyway. But the point is, my buddy's watching on the NFL. It's on many channels. And he's telling me this and that, and I was watching on ESPN.
Okay.
I'm a Louis Riddick guy.
All right.
And by the way, he spoke at the Pitt commencement Sunday.
Oh, did he?
He's going to work for the Steelers. I see it coming.
That's what's coming?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I see it coming.
All right.
And I just think he's sensational. I mean, I don't think you could have a better guy between playing in the league, and just being wise.
Mm-hmm.
I like the word wise. You know what else? One word: polished. Let's talk USFL. I happened to swing by the other day. No, I swear to you, Al, there were more people at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really? They're not getting any fans?
Well, when Birmingham plays, they get a few people.
Because their name is on the list.
They're,
Birmingham.
yeah.
Okay.
But the other day I switched by, it was the Maulers and Michigan. Now, the Maulers should play the Pirates. They should get some sport that combines the two so we can see how lousy they both are. But
But it makes sense, though. I think
What do you say?
they had to figure that out.
Yeah.
All their money has to come from TV. Then.
yeah, and what, like Al says, the other thing, we don't want spring football.
But I'm saying they had to figure there'd be no crowds.
Yeah,
But-
get their money from TV.
If there was only
Well,
one local team playing.
Well, the guy we do the show with, his son works for Warner Brothers. And they were talking, he was talking to his dad, who's an old timer. And he told him, he said, we don't care how many people are in the seats.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, we won.
That has to be it because
But
they couldn't keep going.
But
They
let me
didn't.
say this. I don't think they're watching either. I don't know anybody that watches it. I mean, when I flick by, I mean 30 seconds. You know who's playing? The big guy that I know can't play, the quarterback from Memphis.
Lynch.
He can't play. I know
He's
he
in
can't.
the league. He's in that league.
And wait, Now, Steve Fisher's in the league coaching with his hat on backwards. He's 70 years old. Now, come on, Steve. Turn that hat around.
That ain't Steve Fisher. What's Fisher's first name? That's not Steve.
Art something. Jeff.
Jeff
Fisher.
Steve Fisher was
yeah, he's
Michigan
got a hat
coach.
on backwards. He's 70 years old. Turn that hat around, Jeff. Hey, I think they got to give away tickets or something. You can't show that game.
That's what you should do. Go to high school.
You know, that's how Mel Allen got fired.
Go to high school.
You ever hear that story?
Did
about
he
the
really?
Yeah, because they said, whatever you do, don't show the no crowd. And he alluded to it. They showed it, and they fired him.
How about that?
Hey, NCAA football. They need a new name like Jackpot Bingo or Pigskin Bingo or Jackpot. You talk about the cart being off the horse or the hay on the ball. We're going to put the ketchup back in.
Yeah, there is. I know what's happening. It's open so much that there's going to be.
Have to do something.
Yeah, there's going to be no NCAA.
No,
that's what's coming. I mean, the problem is, what are they going to do with March Madness? And that's going to go down the tubes. And how are they going to get the money?
Did you hear what happened? They caught Scott Frost cheating. Now I'm going to say this about cheating.
Yeah, if you're going to cheat the best
Scott,
you can.
Scott, listen.
Go 11-0.
Scott, listen to the boys. If you're going to cheat right.
Yes.
You still stink.
Yeah,
you lost Illinois, Scott, and you're cheating.
Think about that.
That's embarrassing. Hey, I heard a guy say something interesting the other day because they're blaming NIL for everything, but he said, the portal, when I transferred, I had to sit. Right. He said, that would slow this down.
Well, that's what the rule they did. That's the rule.
They lost both.
That's the rule to open everything up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, once that, yes.
Yeah.
You couldn't go sit. They wouldn't pay money to go have you sit out. Yes.
I heard the quarterback from Tennessee.
$8 million.
Yeah. I don't know who it is.
It's Hooker. It's Hooker.
From Virginia Tech?
Yes.
He wasn't any good there.
Wasn't any good there either.
God
well, he plays in Tennessee.
Now
let's see once again. There's alumni out there who'll do anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, Pitt's complaining about losing their receiver. And Al, I'm all for it except for one thing. I didn't hear anything when they got Akron's receiver.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, you know, that's all I'm saying. Who's paying him, whatever. I really don't. I know one thing, Lincoln Riley's going to get beat up. Jeez.
Well, he's had a past of tampering.
Yeah.
You know, he's no good.
Well, no,
he's no good.
You know, we talked about Urban Meyer like that too.
He's no good either.
And when he came from the SEC to the Big Ten, all of a sudden
he cheated there.
Verbals were not.
He just said, "Forget that. I'll take anybody I want to take."
There's no verbal.
Yeah.
No, it's a rich is going to get richer, and are you saying it's the end of the mid?
No question. No, there's no. They can't survive. They can't survive. Not the way this is going.
We have a good buddy.
No, they can't. I mean, I'm positive. I'm positive.
Yeah.
It will not survive. I don't know how they're going to try to make it work.
D3 or whatever.
I don't know how they're going to make it work.
We have a good buddy who's commissioner D3, and I talked to him today, and he knows.
He knows for sure.
Yeah.
I know for sure. I know nothing behind the basics, but the way the money's coming in like this, there is no possible way to make it work.
Because if they don't play each other, like if
they're not going to play each other.
If Kent doesn't play,
they're not going to play Kent anymore.
They can't.
No.
Golf Rom wins again.
He was the best player in that tournament by far.
He's a pretty good player.
Yeah,
some of the big boys weren't there too.
Yeah, Scheffler's the. Well, that's why he was the big favorite in the match because he
didn't run away though.
No.
Hey, here's my thought on Djokovic and Nadal. They're complaining because they put the Russians out. Put them out too. How'd that be?
That'd be easy.
Put them out too.
Yes.
Hey, we got about a minute. Jason Garrett doing the color on this USA is pretty good.
Oh, he's sharp. Didn't go to Harvard or Yale or something.
Princeton grad, I believe.
I knew he wanted to.
Now, how about Mark Jackson? Is he ever going to get a chance to coach?
Does he want to coach again?
He's on the final three for OKC.
Oh, he wants to coach again.
But see, here's the thing, Al. We've talked about this.
He's stupid for wanting to coach again.
Not only that.
He has a good job.
They're going to get killed.
Yes.
Only the lousy. I used to tease him. He'd go, so-and-so. I said, yeah, Ken McKinley doesn't come open. No. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Cleveland St. Joe, it doesn't come open.
Yeah, the 2 and 8 jobs come open every year.
Absolutely.
Yes,
It's exactly right. I think the NHL starts Monday night. I say it's as difficult of a title to win as anything the other.
If you put on a regular season, I don't watch it.
No.
I never miss.
I know.
The Stanley Cup.
Overtime. What's the best play in sports?
Overtime.
You heard it here. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.